wonder how this feels. I'm truly interested to see how this feels. Hi, Snow Red Fox. Yeah, I wonder how it will feel. This is purely for like background simulation. Gosh, you have no idea how much I love caffeine. No more water. This monkey only wants lean. Hi, Turbo. Hi, Dr. Raymond. Thank you. Red Lucky Clover. Thank you. Yeah, I mixed Gamer Fart with Brand Risk today. So it's 2 scoops of Gamer Fart, 1 scoop of Brand Risk, dog. Hi, chat. Hi. So if you're just getting here, I'm sure I'll say this like 100 times, but I just wanted to see how it would feel to stream without any Discord or any gameplay. I mean, I kind of have SFM here just for like bullshit Zoomer stimming, but I just want to see how it feels to not have those other 2 sources of stimuli while I'm streaming, just to see if it feels any different. Because sometimes I will watch back my streams and be like, God, why am I such like a mumbling moron? And I think it's because I have too much stimulation going on at the same time. And it's like hypnotic and I like fall into a trance or something. So I'm just trying to see how streaming feels without the other stimuli. See how it is. You just drank gasoline in my name. Not a good idea. Don't do that. Although siphoning is really impressive. It's not cool to siphon gas out of somebody's tank, but if you can siphon something, it's fucking impressive. Yeah, all the homies are on Helldivers. All the homies are on Helldivers. Helldivers is extremely popular. So do it anyways to impress people? I mean, I guess if siphoning is impressive to your friends, but I think siphoning never really ends in a good place. I just like that word. I like that the verb siphon. Like when somebody says that they're siphoning funds, like, ooh, they are stealing money from somebody else. It's always a good way to put it. Yeah, it's pretty funny how I can just stim with SFM. I thought I could let you guys in on some magical secrets. Like how I get all my background characters. A lot of my background characters are templates that I recorded a while ago. They're basically just movements that I already recorded that they look like real people that are just real animated, but it's just me farting around in my room. Like, see, that dude looks pretty believable. He looks pretty damn believable. I gotta throw the goggles on him. So there's something that you can change in SFM where basically you have certain... Sorry, my FOV is jacked on this camera. You can basically have certain body groups that are easy to change. So instead of having to spawn a whole new model, you can just... Like, let's say I don't want the glasses on this guy. I don't like glasses as much as goggles. I think goggles look cooler. You can just swap them out for goggles, just like that. Pretty cool. Or like, let's say... Well, and for example, it doesn't make any sense at all that he is wearing goggles and then he has a goggle cover right here. Like, okay, that doesn't make any sense. So then you can swap out his goggle cover for something like night vision goggles. Or if you think that he would not be carrying these magazines or all that gear and shit like that, you can just change out his gear. You can't see a lot of these pop-ups because I'm like on monitor capture, but yeah, I'm basically just changing body groups so that he can look a little different. But it's so fascinating how that was just me, just fooling around in my room. Pretty cool. Thanks for your 1,000 bits, by the way, Briggy Swigs. Thank you. Thank you. Adderall is just OSHA-compliant meth. I feel like a fundamentally different person when I don't have caffeine. Just facts. I've tried full-on caffeine, me without caffeine, and me with caffeine. Even though caffeine does have a few drawbacks, I feel like me with caffeine is much, much better.
I have come to the conclusion that Adderall is just OSHA-compliant meth.
I mean, I agree, Briggy Swigs. Thanks for that catching up. Yeah, so now that you're getting here, and now that Sigrid is here, I'm just trying to see what streaming feels like when I don't have to focus on a game and talk to my friends, just to see what it feels like. What I had for breakfast, I had steak and eggs. So I'm a huge fan of... I just love eating meat because meat digests so slowly and does not spike my blood sugar and then crash it right back down. So I'm a big fan of... I don't have steak every morning for breakfast, but I'll usually have like 5-6 eggs for breakfast. I had a ribeye and I had 3 eggs. It was fantastic. It's so good. It's so good.
This Chili's host cut me off after downing half the bottle and saying I'd rather watch this than Super Bowl replays.
This Chili's host cut me off after downing half the bottle and saying I'd rather watch this than the Super Bowl replays. Thank you, Necro New Blood. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, it is fun to have like a little bit of background stuff, and what's really funny is I can show you any of the fun little stuff that I do in SFM if you want. And so like, for example, here, just riffing a little bit here, what I love is that you can just, in animation software, you can copy-paste human beings really easily. You can't do that in real life, obviously. Just to show you how shitty of a program SFM is, but it's shitty, but I love it, alright? It's shitty, but I absolutely adore it. This fucker doesn't even have a shadow. He doesn't have a shadow until I add a light, like the baked-in lighting in Hammer. And I know how to use Hammer Editor a little bit, all because of 3 Clicks Philip, or is it 2 Clicks Philip? I always forget, because he has like 2 channels. But I love Source just because it's so simple, and you can change your maps and change your models and a lot of stuff all in the same program. But like, even if you look at it right here, so I will just copy this guy like a couple times.
Casual chilling stream while being non-OSHA compliant. Sounds good to me.
Okay, let me just... Okay, so I will basically... So what I'm doing here is I'm just making sure that I'm locking the rifle to his hands. So when you have props in animation software, you gotta make sure that if you want the props to stay locked to their hands, then you make those bones go together, basically. But then I already have a bunch of presets that I've already mocapped out of my room. So for example, I will just... So technically there's... I got other dudes here now. So I got this dude who's here now. And then... So this is why it's so easy to just mirror and like basically make new people. So see, now they're all doing the same movement. But that looks fucked up because they're all doing literally the exact same movement. Now if I wanted to get really randy, I could just do this. I could...
So what you're saying is you're not playing games with the only thing that keeps you sane, your friends? Chat is gonna have some good Chipotle bathroom burning to do.
But I just find it hilarious that you can just copy and paste, and obviously it multiplies, so now we have 8. If I were to copy it again, we could go to 16.
I ordered some gamer fart. Why is it not purple?
Yo, why he Urple, Killa? Why he Urple? Thanks, by the way. So I think we got Red Hype Man. Entropic OCDs. Thanks for your 1,000 bits, by the way. Spartan, It's Super, The Killa. Thank you. So what you're saying is you're not playing games, and the only thing that keeps you sane, your friends. Chad is going to have some Chipotle bathroom burning to do. I don't need my friends to be sane. My friends are definitely make everything more entertaining and funnier, but I just wanted to see what it's like when I don't have the outside stimulation of... Not because I don't love my friends or love playing games, but you guys have no idea how overwhelmed... Not overwhelmed in like an anxiety type way, but when you have so many sources of stimulation, when usually I have very calm days spent in animation software... Ooh, the first day back streaming is fucking crazy. It's just so much stimulation. So again, okay, I copy and pasted, and now we got 8 MFs doing all the same shit. But let's get rid of 4 of them. Let's go back to 4. And then what we can do is, I can basically just import mocap data or animations that I've already done. So let's do, we could do like, we got an idle. I can import another one where a dude is walking, which is really convenient. And then I'll do another one where a guy is, let's say one guy is just kind of doesn't trust chat and he's ADS'd, all right? So we'll do that. And then they will, technically they are in other places around the map, but I'll bring them back. Don't worry about that. So this dude is gonna be here. Thanks for your 10 gifted, by the way, Chaotic 35. Thank you. Polish Rat, thanks for 1,000 bits. Yo, I'm very thankful for your bits, Polish Rat. Thank you. You reminded me of my last video, rats. Okay, so this dude is a walking animation. So this guy, I've already mocapped. Okay, his legs look a little fucked with this FOV, but don't worry about that. And what's really good, what always makes it feel really real is if there's a guy that passes by the camera, even though it doesn't make sense, alright? This does not make any sense if you see that this fucker is walking past the couch. But the magic of animation is that you don't know that if I go like this. You don't know that there's a couch there. See? All checks out. You have no idea there's a couch there. Pretty great. Might make more sense if he's farther away. But I just love that you can just shove these characters that I've already done all of the animation, all the mocap for, all cleaned up so it makes sense. You can just throw him over there. See, and it kind of feels real now. Even though you know it's not real, it kind of feels real. Overstim speedrun on stream days does become deafening after a bit. Yeah, like especially when we had, I was like, Gary, invite whoever you wanted. I didn't think he would invite like 8 people. And then it was like 20 people playing Lethal Company. And I'm not trying to, in the middle of a stream, be like, Jesus Christ, this is so, it's so fun, but so overwhelming at the same time. So I'm just trying to see, okay, this was the ADS animation that I imported. So like, let's say this guy is just like really not feeling relaxed like the other dudes in the stream.
Thank you for making these videos. They really make my day. Also, these bits aren't much, but it's honest work.
No, thank you for watching my videos, Polish Rat. I'm just honored that any of you guys would even watch my videos because they're so much fun to make. And especially, I always think, like, when I get to do this job every day, the spectrum of jobs that I could be doing and the spectrum of, versus the job that I get to do is just insane. So, like, after, I know I bring it up, like, every 2 seconds, but, like, after working minimum wage at a grocery store, after working a sales job where I make, like, hundreds of phone calls every day, it is the coolest shit imaginable to be able to do this job. So why is my text-to-speech so fucking goofy? Because I found it funny. Alright, so here's the story behind why there's a Chinese woman on my text-to-speech. Number one, I thought she might speak a little bit of Mandarin, which I could repeat to my wife, who is from China, and she hates when I speak Mandarin because I don't speak Mandarin.
Make sure the Mossberg Ubai with slug rounds stays locked at all times. Certified Hood Classic.
Briggy, she said Mossberg Ubai instead of 500, so this is Chinese text-to-speech. She clearly struggles with numbers, but everything else is good. The reason why I find it so funny to put Chinese text-to-speech is one time as a joke. I think this is what happened. This is my theory as to what happened. I opened up my phone while we were on vacation in Canada, and sometimes Linda's family, obviously both her mother and father are from China, they will ask me if I know any Mandarin or Chinese, and I say yes, but I try not to elaborate because, of course, the like, I don't want to say that in front of their parents. It seems very disrespectful. I know some other Mandarin that's just like fun little dinner party Mandarin that's like, I'm sorry, this is my fault. 就是我的错, that type of thing. I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but it usually gets her parents get a kick out of it. But there's one time where I just opened my phone, which is a Google Pixel. Even though I have millions of dollars, chat, I have no interest in buying an iPhone. Like, software on Apple is just obtuse to me. But I opened up my phone and I said, Joshua Shangguo, Joshua Bing Chili. And then my phone thinks that I am Chinese now. I don't know why they took one sample, a sample size of one, and was like, yo, that dude's Mandarin. Even though they have Google has everything, like my home address, my cloud with all the photos. Like, I let Google spy all the time because I want to know how many steps I took today. Thanks for looking out, Google. I'm like totally surrendered to Google, and they still think that I'm Chinese. So I am not kidding. This is not a joke, and I will prove it to you. I will go get my phone. Okay, so like, just so we're clear. So I gotta make sure that I don't expose where I live, though, accidentally. But let's do this, all right? I will hit my little button for like, hey, my assistant will pop up. I will show you that it is in Chinese, and I never set it to Chinese. It auto-detected that I am Chinese just because of that one time I used it, and I said Bing Shilling. So look, you ready? Okay. Not pressing any other buttons. Hitting that. Continue to voice search. Don't show this again.
Badger out here speaking in multiple language trees.
Oh no, did they update it? Oh, I think they updated it with AI, so maybe it's not the same anymore. Let's say, okay, Google. Yes. See, it's Chinese. It's Chinese. Now it's detecting my English, but like. Okay, if it'll focus, we'll try that one more time. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Chinese. Please focus. You saw those characters. Okay, you saw those characters. Because then I start speaking English, and then it's like, no, wait. Is he still Chinese? It's like, no, I've never been Chinese. I have to take my hoodie off now. You guys are getting me too excited.
To having a blast just about every day. Spending 60 thanks to my 47 centuries.
I remember hitting the mall with a whole team. Damn, you guys are giving me way too many bits. This is going to be just bit stimming the entire time. Meliadus TV97, thanks for your 2750 bits. That's very specific. Thank you. I want Gamer Piss, thanks for your 300 bits. Astro. Yeah, I was very similar to you, Astro. So like, I had a PlayStation 3 and an Xbox 360 and a MacBook Pro, and I sold all of them to buy a PC to start playing games and streaming and making videos on PC. It's like a trade up or like a gamble. Like, you just trade these things in for these three items in for a bigger item, thinking that item can make you more money or potentially make you more popular with your videos. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Damn, you guys give me way too many bits. Like, I'll just make this whole stream about bits. Thanks, Ant-Man, for your 1,000 bits. Radmax. I'm kind of trying to spec into multiple language trees, but the only tree that I have any kind of progress in is German. But even my Germans speak better English than anybody in the English-speaking world, so why learn German? Seriously. Thanks, Chaotic One, and Neon, and Stupid Rat Kool-Aid. And Entro, I'll say Entro. On that grind from minimum wage to having... Yeah. Thanks, Entro. And Ace Nades. I don't know if I'll make another Tab G video just because there are so many games that I want to play. So, just full transparency, the one that I'm working on right now is Lethal Company. I'm trying to make a short today. I will start on a short today just because shorts seem like... Being able to be good at vertical video, like make vertical videos, even though I don't like making them as much, they're kind of a good skill to have, and I think it does bring new people to the channel. The one that I'm working on right now is called The Server of Weird Superpowers. That's the short. So usually when I finish a main video, like a regular video, I'll make a short, and then I'll start on the next main video. But yeah, the short that I'm working on right now is just called The Server of Weird Superpowers. So it's just a server of dudes that are... It's a server filled with people that have weird superpowers, so Heavenly gave me one idea, which is This guy that every time he chugs a bottle of ketchup, he gets 10% faster and it stacks. But the downside is that he keeps passing out after every 5th bottle or 6th bottle. He's trying to be the fastest man on Earth. Other ones that I thought of, they're just weird superpowers. So the entire superpower, the entire server is just filled with superpowers that are extremely strange. So another one is like a guy has 99% critical hit chance while saying his mother's name. A guy that has 99% critical hit chance while holding an empty beer can on Tuesdays. I mean, they're not all like that. What's another one? Oh yeah, Master Chief is in the bit. He has unlimited access to the Halo 3 rat spawns. And like, I remember in the bit, I'm asking myself, like, how is that useful? It's like, dog, do you know what unlimited means? Unlimited Halo 3 rat spawns? What are the other ones? Okay, another superpower was every round in your magazine is a blank, but the last one is explosives. So, I mean, the first 16 rounds are pretty useless, but then that 17th round, ooh, baby. God, what other ones did I have? What other superpowers, weird superpowers did I have written down? And it was inspired by, I don't know if you guys have ever seen, okay, who's seen the meme that it's just like a terrible, terrible equipment or loadout? This guy's got like 18 fake wallets and everyone has a picture of Ma. God, it's just like all so stupid. Okay, another weird superpower here is someone that is always 3 inches off the ground. Like always. So picture it like this. Picture it like this guy. Here, we'll take this guy and I'll show you what I mean. This is what I mean. So he's on the ground.
Superhero high school, but the special class variant.
But he's like that. He's like that. He just walks around like this all the time. And the advantage of that is that he never takes fall damage, and he can never trespass because he never steps foot on private property. Don't worry about that. He can walk wherever he wants. Nothing is real in Source. You can just walk right through it. It's all pretty cool. Unless you have physics. So if you want, you can add physics to stuff. So just as a fun little game here, we'll do that. Luvio, thanks for 5 gifted subs. This is so much fun, chat. Thank you. Entro, thanks for another 1,000 bits. So Superhero High School, but the special class variant, basically. Okay, so nobody in Source has any, at least Source Filmmaker has any physics whatsoever. Like nobody interacts with the environment. So like you said, like you saw, that guy just walks through shit really easily. But basically, you can give a model physics if you want. So I'll use this little orange slab just to demonstrate. So I'm putting a rig on there that gives it physics. And then the Source, Counter-Strike Source models are really good, like this guy from the IDF. So you can basically nothing has any physics in Source unless you give it physics. So this guy, will give him physics. We'll attach a rig that gives him physics. And then so you can see, basically what I'm going to do on the timeline here is I'm going to grab, like, let's say we'll grab this 5 seconds at a time and just say, basically for those 5 seconds, run a physics simulation, and you'll see what happens. So the computer does its thing. You're not seeing this little window, but then now, there's physics. So we said, give physics to that 5 seconds, and here's what happens. He just falls over. Like, easy ragdoll, easy peasy. But then if you want, you can do things where you basically... Source is so jank like this, but it's so much fun once you get kind of the functionality of the whole thing. But instead, like, let's say that we wanted to give him some physics here. I can just take this wall, and I'm using a slider here, which is called, I think it's called kinematic, which basically means, you can't see it here, but basically means that it is impervious. It's like a solid object that doesn't move in physics. What we'll do is say, okay, so I put that wall there, and then my favorite item to use, I've made it short on this, but my favorite item to use is item_crate from Half-Life 2. Just because it's so wide and it's just perfect for hitting things. So basically, I will say that in this span of time, I want this crate to just go through this guy in 4 frames. And 4 frames, I don't know if you know how quickly 4 frames comes around, but 4 frames is really fucking fast. So we'll do it where we'll take, okay, so from 1, 2, 3, 4. He's getting smashed in those 4 frames. So then now, because that crate's hitting him, you can see how the physics changes. So we'll do another 5 seconds. And then he is getting bopped. He is getting bopped. If I were outside, I could show how far he can go. We can do that if you want to. But you see now, this is how physics changes. So just like that. So, I mean, I love physics in Source just because it's letting the computer use math to animate for you, which I think is just such a neat concept. But then basically what you can do is you can attach his bones to one of these Modern Warfare 2 models, and then that Modern Warfare 2 model can do that same thing, because those models don't really work with physics that well. Here, just for funsies, I can show you what I'm talking about outside. Let's do it like over here. He's probably gonna go off the map immediately, but...
Sorry for nearly starting a brand war between Gamers Ups and Mountain Dew. I'm just a simple guy with a TikTok account and didn't think it would turn out how it did.
Oh, that's no big deal. That's all good. I think Jello was a little upset because he doesn't like it when people use his kind of stuff that he's made in that way, but it's all good. We got it sorted out. Okay, so I will show you the difference here. So let's say we take that same crate and we just launch his ass. And this has got to be one of my favorite, just absolute delights in Source Filmmaker, is that you can... Here, let's just launch. So we'll do the same one. We'll do the same like 4 frames, but we will absolutely just like right at his center of gravity, we will send this crate directly through his body. Usually you want to hit the hips to make sure they go as far as possible, but like look, that's 4 frames. That's 4 frames. It's going really, really fast. Now keep in mind, this is not, we haven't run the simulation yet. This is from the old, this is the old animation that's still there. That's not it, because there's no wall there now. So we'll rerun the animation, the simulation actually. We'll do it over, let's do it over 10 seconds to see how far he can go. Okay. Okay, look. So he is probably going to just get absolutely fucking torched here. No, I guess not. Okay, I guess we're gonna pull a Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt in what, Ocean's 11? Ocean's 12? Hit him harder. Let's really squeeze that out. So that, okay, again, that's still the previous animation, but we'll run it one more time just to see how far he goes. Or maybe we just need to go lower. Okay, he should really get hit here. Okay, see, this is where Source is so fucking hilarious to work it. This box is passing through his body. Here, I'll get a camera over here so you guys get multiple angles too. It's over here. Okay, so we'll keep it like this so you guys get that one, at least in the lower left. Okay, so this box is passing through his body so fucking fast that it's coming out the other side and blocking him. And of course, see, because the orange square stops there, then he is gonna fall forever. So if you want to look below the map, he will fall forever until the map ends. So what we're gonna do is we can just make sure that the box does the full 4, all right, the full 4 frames, but then doesn't pass through his body and like catch onto him. So on the 5th frame, we're just gonna make sure it goes straight up. So it's going like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, and then up. So it gets out of the way after it smacks into him. Sorry, chat, I'll catch up with you in a second. We'll just make sure that this plays. Okay. So he should get fucking torched here. He should. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for, dog. Jesus. Yo, he is gone. I mean, he's hitting the skybox and he can't go anymore. But that's kind of what I need to do to get a good explosion. Yeah, this is exactly what I was showing Grouse when he's over at my house. So he's getting torched, and that's not that cool. But then if I get rid of all of the slabs, and I leave the guy there, and then I add like a particle effect. Again, you can't see this little window. I might just do monitor capture so that you guys can see us. But like, let's say I add a little explosion here. Like, let's say he gets hit by a tank round. Like this, then all of a sudden it kind of looks not half shitty like this. Bang. But I'm too far away, so I might put this back a little bit so it's not blocking your view. There. Maybe like this. Bang. Okay, see, it kind of makes sense now. That's why I think source physics is so much fun to work with, because it's just so stupid. It's so much fun, it's so stupid, and you're not doing the animating. Okay, sorry, just to catch up here. Lightning Star, thanks for your 300 bits. Jackals, thanks for your 10 gifted subs, dog. Thank you. Mando Fan, 636, thanks for your 1,000 bits. Oh yeah, that was totally fine. I addressed that earlier. That's all good. Was Scott the Woz in chat? I always feel like there's such a niche following that loves Scott the Woz for just like random shit that I see on Twitter. We'll definitely make a Helldivers 2 video, yes. On my list, like I really want to make Modern Warfare 3. You want to see a Jiggle skin? Okay, here is the issue with Jiggle skins, chat. When it comes to source, sometimes the best models, like the best female models especially, are not safe for work models. So this is a woman, a female model that is designed for 18 plus not safe for work porn content that you are using for non-porn content. So you just got to make sure that you use it in the right way. Now, the reason that you would use it is that they're super high quality. The best riggers, the best animators, everything is all so good when it comes to not safe for work models. But again, you don't want something too bouncy or too suggestive in a regular YouTube video. So sometimes it's a little struggle of like they have the best models, but they're not designed to be totally safe for work. So it's a little tricky sometimes. Yeah, my issue. So what I was going to say is, chat, my issue is that there's never going to be enough days, months, hours for me to make a video on every game that I want to make. But Modern Warfare 3 is definitely there. All I do with Modern Warfare 3 is just log in, buy skins, and log out, and it is just like I've got to be Activision's favorite customer because I just log in, buy Nicki Minaj, log out. Because I can't make the video yet. Like, I'm always making another video. I'm making World of Warships, or I'm making Lethal Company, or that type of shit. And so now, yeah, I'm like the whale to end all whales because not only do I spend a ton of money, but I also don't strain their servers at all. So I have so many skins. I have so many skins. Like the executions. Gosh, I have Spawn, I have Nicki Minaj, I got Kevin Durant, I got Homelander, I got all kinds of... I got this, like, Templar. I got who's the blonde Japanese woman with, like, the purple and blue that cuts off here? I have, like, so many skins. Same with Fortnite. I just log in, buy the skins, log out, because I know I'll need them for a video eventually. But I think if I don't make a damn video this year, then the accountants are going to be like, this is not an expense. You can't put this on your taxes if you're never actually making the video and you're buying these skins with your business's money, basically. Sorry, am I screaming, chat? Turn your volume down. Yeah, I'm a consumer. You're damn right, derps. Yes. How do I go about picking the character model that I'm using when I talk to the audience during a video? I do try to keep it fresh, but sometimes it's just... So, like, the one that Dot Flare made me, which is this one, is the one that I used in my most recent video. Which we just nicknamed Arcane, because some of the art style just kind of reminds me of Arcane, you know, that League of Legends show. But I just try to keep it fresh, and I try to keep it something that I find engaging or special. I'm going to commission Dotflare too to do like an update to this. So I definitely do like this, but I feel like it can be better. Also, it has an outline. It has like a gray outline that I disable a lot of the time. Also got to make him a little bit bigger. Here, just for the sake of stimming, chat, I'll just import one of my animations. Let's see. What did I have here? Just so you can see him move around. What's a really, really long one here? Here's a dance. I got a dance here. Great. Oh, damn. That doesn't really fit with that explosion, but alright. I guess we'll do that. Do that. Would I ever consider a video on For Honor? it's just not really that high up on my list compared to so many other ones. Like Modern Warfare 3, Helldivers 2. I kind of want to make another Fortnite video because it would just be fun. Can I be Max Payne? I mean, if there's a Max Payne model in the workshop. But also, I kind of have to weigh, like, hi, Drewski. Yeah, Skulker's all over Helldivers 2. So is Grouse, so is Clue, like the whole squad. Heavenly's up till like 4 a.m. one night playing Helldivers. I don't know, Helldivers. Well, I also want to make a Deep Rock Galactic video just so everybody will shut the fuck up about Deep Rock Galactic, because that's got to be not only, probably not even my most commented request, but I get emails all the time about Deep Rock Galactic. Yeah, literal emails. Like, you're that dedicated. You're sending me a damn email. The reason that I like this other guy, it's just because of the art style, is because he's technically unlit. So what that means in Source is that if you can see, like this homie, he is unlit, which means that he ignores all lighting. He's like a cartoon character. Whereas, like, you see how I move the light over here and he's totally affected by it? Like, if I change the color or whatever, and then I move to him, he doesn't give a fuck. He's like a cartoon character. He's unlit. It's kind of convenient because then you don't have to light the character, but then sometimes it's not as immersive with the scene because then he has no light on him. But I think it's kind of fun. And Call of Duty has a skin like this now. I'm not sure the name, but it has like an unlit kind of like cartoony looking skin. Thanks, Ant-Man. Bye. Cyberpunk 2077, another one. Definitely also want to make a video on the Fortnite DLCs. I think that would be a ton of fun. When is the Russian Badger skin? What are you talking about? In a game? A Fortnite Festival do go dummy. Yeah, Chad, my spending on Fortnite is ridiculous. Like, I bought the whole Battle Pass just to get Peter Griffin. Too many games, too little time. Yeah, Spider-Man, another great video that I think I could make. Spider-Man 2. Would I even do Miles Morales? Source Filmmaker is actually really, really simple, and the reason why I like it so much is that it's a world that you can poke around in. So, like, unlike a lot of animation software where what you see is what you get is not the case, Source is pretty damn great. And it's pretty funny how this looks all like wacky and stupid, but then, like, let's say that I just change the camera angle a little bit, and then I just add some depth of field. So depth of field is basically how intense you are focused on a subject and not the background, and I'll show you what that looks like. So let's say I just jack the aperture or the depth of field on them. Okay, so I got to disable motion blur. But you see how that's like, ooh, all the edges are really faded, and you can even improve the quality of those. So if I get rid of this guy, it's like, oh, that kind of looks like that looks like something you'd see in a movie. See how there's no depth of field, and then I change to this, and then it's like, oh, that kind of looks like something. It's really not that hard. And I think motion capture makes everything so... I feel like it does a lot of the heavy lifting. There is still there's a ton of details that you have to do afterwards to make sure that the mocap data doesn't just feel like mocap data. It feels like a real person doing a real thing, which I think is the difference between somebody just having a motion capture suit and making something truly good with a motion capture suit. But even I'm like a total amateur with all this shit. Yes, I have heard of quadruple A title video games. Yeah, people will pay $70 for Skull and Bones, even though we just said recently gamers need to get used to not owning their fucking games that they pay for. With all due respect, Ubisoft, suck my fucking dick, alright? Gosh, even paying $10 for a game that you don't own. Like, absurd. Absurd. Why? Why would you even say that to a journalist, let alone gamers need to get gamers need to get used to giving me money. Period. With nothing in return. Skull and Bones is Ubisoft, correct? It's got, yeah, I think it's Ubisoft. Correct? Developed by Ubisoft Singapore. Yep. Badgers is the just chatting main now. No, I just want to see what it feels like for an hour. Damn, 40 minutes just flew by. Just melted. Melted. Badger, what the fuck happened in your life for you to actually think talking to us for an hour would be a good idea? I just wanted to see what it feels like because I get so overwhelmed in my regular streams with my home. Not in an anxiety way, not like I'm having a panic attack, just like a lot going on at the same time. And I feel like I mumble and slur and like I'm almost disoriented. I'm like a damn GIF and or GIF that Gary would sent me of some cat being like overwhelmed by all the stimuli. Basically any cat tweet that shows up on my timeline, I just send it to Gary with the caption, motherfucking Gary ass tweet. Like my entire chat log with Gary is just me posting cat tweets to him saying MF Gary ass tweet. Overstimulated. Yeah, overstimulated I guess, but I just want to see how it feels a little different. Thanks again, Beat Meat, for your 500 bits. Thank you. Okay, Space Marine 2 is probably going to be great. Yes. Dark Tide. Another one I want to play. Absolutely. Dark Tide. Badger actually being a streamer? What the fuck? Is it hard to make movements for character models using your friend's audio? No, it's not. You kind of just get in a rhythm for, like, getting into how I, like, when Goose is saying a sentence, I can kind of picture what a person would be moving like to match those words. I have to be a mime. I'm basically a mime for those types of things. But no, it's actually not that hard. I mean, you kind of have to be dialed in, and I'm not even that good at it. If you want to look up somebody that's crazy good at mocap, look up a woman. I think she's Chinese. Her name is Sakana. I think it's Sakana, S-A-K-A-N-A. She's like Tracer, and she's a bunch of Overwatch characters. She's goated with those types of movements, which is basically injecting emotion or like injecting your character. It's like injecting emotion into yourself when you are needing to embody a character. It's like she just understands how that person moves and does the mocap for it so well that it's just crazy. It's crazy. What are you trying to say, Studious Moodius? I give up? I think Warframe would be too big, maybe. Like, there would be too much for me to chew on in Warframe for me to make a video in a somewhat reasonable timeline. Stream all the time like Pirate Software. I do like Pirate Software. He's an interesting... So I learned about Pirate Software just off of shorts. Like, he would pop up on my feed just doing shorts. And yeah, it is very interesting to see a game developer talk about game development in like a very intimate sort of practical way. It's really interesting. Sorry, what do you say? Yeah, I would go over my video making allotment. And I think that's what was so good about this video that I just made, the World of Warships video, is I gave myself a soft deadline of like 40 days or a month and a half. And that can influence so many of the decisions I make of like, do I do this or not do this? And it just worked out really, really well. Because even games that I absolutely love, like Marvel vs. Capcom, after a month, I'm like, okay, the love is starting to fade a little bit because I'm just doing this all day, every day for 30 days or like 6 days a week. And then by the end of the second month, I'm like, I fucking hate this game and the fighting game sphere and anything to do with Marvel vs. Capcom. Just get me out of here. And then by the end of the third month, I'm just like, just fuck my shit up, fam. It's too much. So keeping the video shorter, I feel like keeps the passion going, keeps the novelty going, and it just makes everything so much better. And that's all that I've been doing. So I went to GamerSupps HQ recently, and I got to talk to a bunch of other YouTubers. I talked to Grizzy. I had no idea that Grizzy was a baby, by the way. Grizzy is so young. Grizzy is Grizzy is the youngin'. He is such a youngin'. I'm like an old man compared to Grizzy. Smitty, Blarg, Soup. who am I thinking? The group chat, all those guys. Puffer's there. But the basic takeaway is that I think that everything in terms of YouTube, at least, because YouTube's like my whole life. It is my whole life, apart from my wife. I'm just trying to make the stuff that I think is really worth making and I would have a ton of fun making, not at all thinking about numbers or outcomes or all of the other stuff. Because I feel like that stuff not only takes care of itself if you make something that you love, but on top of that, if you hate the 45 days that you make a video and then you love the 46th day when you upload, that's a fucking stupid way to live your life. It's just so dumb. It's so dumb because you're spending the majority of your life in like a state of suffering and pain and Ryan Gosling syndrome. Like, I just learned to stop doing that. Like, do the thing that you love, do it the way that you want to do it. Just forget about all the numbers and all the green check marks and shit like that. No, they don't choose the models. So, like, for example, if you just want an example, obviously I love models where I don't need that are have masks or helmets, so I don't need to animate the face because you got to do that in post in Source Filmmaker because it's very old software. It's not like Unreal. So a mask is good. So for example, that's why I'm always making Goose, who's the UAC Elite Guard. See, he's got a mask. You don't gotta do anything with him. You don't have to animate his face. Now, of course, just for like a little Easter egg here, there are ways that you can do it. Like if you want to see something that's a little fucking cursed, I'll show it to you. If it doesn't crash, it might crash. Let's see if Francis. No, it's I think he's office worker. Well, it's survivor actually. Sorry, I'm on another window. I'm trying to spawn a Left 4 Dead 2 character. All right. Survivor coach. Okay, perfect. We got coach. My friends call me coach. Okay, let's throw a little light on here. Just so that you can see how fucking cursed this is. Which it's kind of a workaround, but it's kind of just fucking cursed. Alright, so there's this option that comes from Half-Life 2 that's called... Okay, this is still kind of fucking me up. I'm gonna need to get this lighting a little bit better so I feel like this is actually coach. Okay. So there's this option from Half-Life 2 that is called, I believe it's called extract phonemes or phonemes. God, this is so cursed. Okay. So what you can do is there's like a little override here where you can now add override materials, and I think it's an animation set, but then you can extract. Basically, I'm giving him Half-Life 2 face controls. And then I'll import a coach voice clip here. Let's just find one. No. Hopefully Left 4 Dead 2 pops up here. It should. Like Boomer. Let's find somebody saying Boomer. So these are all just source sound effects. Okay, fuck it. We'll do this. We will have Coach speak like a Combine police officer. So look, we take his face. You can't see this because of my cam, but don't worry about it. Actually, I can. I'll move it up here. So you won't see the windows pop up, but basically we will show waveform, and then we'll take his face, and then we'll extract the phonemes, and this is what the Combine police officer is saying. So it's basically saying these words attached to this guy's mouth. There's no eyes, there's no upper face, but look, it should work too. Let's see. Did it work? Yes, it did. It did. So check this out. You see down here? It automatically generated the rough way, in like kind of crude terms, that Half-Life 2 thinks these words would be said and does it with Coach's mouth. So look, I'll even zoom in here. Here, you ready? Okay, so clearly he's not designed to say those voice lines, so it's shitty. But let's find a coach. Let's find Coach.
Heads up! Incoming! Boomer grabbing a bow jar.
Okay, let's do Coach and then laugh. Is there a laugh?
Laser sights here.
Is it death? Oh, we got death screams. So we'll do death screams. Oh, that's the one we gotta do. All right, so we'll take his face, and then we'll show the waveform, and then we'll take his face, and then we will extract phonemes. It's called extracting phonemes. So here we go. You see how fucked up that is? Hold on. We gotta start over, because I think it carried on the previous animation. We'll do it again. Oh, there you go. Yeah, so, okay, you can't see that, but... So that's what he would do in-game, and it's kind of trash. Like, see, not that good. But then let's do Gambler. That's Nick, by the way. Let's see if that makes it any better. I kind of want to see what they look like head-to-head. We'll try this out. Damn, this looks kind of cursed, but... Okay, so we will... I don't even know if I have to extract phonemes if he is already good. Let's see if I can just do it blank. So we'll see, like, if Nick tries the voice line. Okay, that's not gonna work. Damn, this has got to get demonetized. It's a death scream, YouTube moderator. It's not... okay, so we'll add the override materials. We'll go into animations. Okay, so now he's got the Half-Life facial animations, and now we're extracting. So they're both the same one. No, it should work. Here. No waveform. You gotta work, dog. Okay, Nick's not working. I gotta get one to work. That's... Or maybe if I do a Nick one, it might work. Okay, so we'll pull up a Gambler voice line here. Alright, bye, Warcrow.
Nicholas. Sir.
Take this. Stop. Hold up. You can shoot it! Shoot it!
So we can see what that looks like. We'll show waveform, we'll do it for Nick.
Shoot it! Shoot it!
Okay, he's not working for some reason. It's probably the wrong model. Like sometimes the model is from Left 4 Dead 2, or there's like a Source Filmmaker version. But we'll try another one for Coach to see if that works any better. But this would be, like, see, it's never really that good, and you usually have to do it manually for it to be any good. So, like, I would have to go in, and that's what I got to do for, like, the Joker. So, I don't know who it is. It's male. Is it male 2? Maybe did I override this? Yeah, I have the Joker skin for one of the Half-Life males. But you can go into phonemes and you can actually, like, animate how you think his mouth should go if you really want to, and that's what you get for the best results. But this is just like a very, very long way of saying it's better to have a masked character so I don't have to animate his mouth saying certain things. You can do blinks too, all that type of thing. But it's such a manual process. If I'm doing that for like 100 scenes, I don't want to do that. Okay, we'll try another Coach voice line here. That's not a death scream. Just so, if anything...
Gonna miss you, Coach.
Okay, that's Rochelle mourning Coach.
Hey, thanks, Coach. Big man.
Okay, we'll find a Boomer voice line. Okay, where's Coach?
Ah! Boomer! Boomer! Roly-poly! Fat guy! Boomer!
Nah, I want a longer one.
I'm just screwing with you. I see you looking at my shoes.
Okay, that's a good one. I see you looking at my shoes. Yeah, here you go.
I see you looking at my shoes.
Okay, that's not bad.
I see you looking at my shoes.
But
I see you looking at my shoes.
I feel like in-game that would be perfectly passable, but then in an animation you might be like, that's kind of fucking bad. But see how it's auto-generated for you. So it's a good workaround, but it's just not that good compared to what I could do.
I see you looking at my shoes.
So I might do like right here, I might modify that by what I think is the right way to do it. And be like, how can I get
shoes.
No, even that isn't that good, even if I smooth it out. But long story short, it's just,
You looking at my shoes?
yeah, that was still not good. It takes a lot of trial and error. But that's why I will. Isn't it so much easier to just have a masked character where you don't need to do that? Like, he could just wiggle his head and you believe me that he's actually wiggling his lips underneath all of that helmet? Isn't that easier? We'll get rid of Coach here. It's so much easier just to have masked characters. Like when I steal code from Stack Overflow and just change it to work better for my shit. Yes, basically. No, I don't let my friends choose their models because I think they would just choose a model that is like probably unfun to work with or like has a ton of shit going on or that type of thing that's just kind of annoying. I mean, fine, Clue. Let me just look up. Is there a Max Payne model? There should be. And usually if you can't get the model on Source Filmmaker, you can just get it off of Gmod, which is even more hilarious that you are using not only not a Source Filmmaker model, but a Gmod model in your animation. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. I don't even see Max Payne here. I'd have to go into Gmod. But that's probably my favorite part of Source Filmmaker are just the stuff that people will contribute to the workshop is just so good. Like, here's an example. Here's a great example. Okay, this dude named Swood uploaded a model that's just called Bready Fazbun. Like, what the fuck is this? No. Oh no, did he take it away? Oh, I gotta subscribe to it. Never mind. Okay, give me a second. Okay, we go again. Let me pull this shit up. What the fuck is this, dude? Like, this is why SFM is the best. It's just because you got people in the community just making shit like this that you can use with one click. Goated.
I see you looking at my shoes.
God, this is already getting kind of cursed. Yeah, just like that type of shit. It's just like why SFM is so great, because I didn't need to model this myself. That shit popped up with one click off of the workshop. Thumbs up, Swood. Bready Fazbun. And then you can just, make his jaw say stuff. Pretty easy. Just briefly, we can just go like this.
I see you looking at my shoes. I see you looking at my.
If I don't see Freddy no, it's Bready because he's bread. He's bread, chat. Bready Fazbun.
Shoes.
Damn, that's such a cool model. It's so fucking dumb, but it's so cool. Ready with Bready. That's pretty funny. Maybe I should just stick his ass in the back of my short. In the short that I'm making right now. Bready. God, I can't even remember his name because it's so cursed. Bready Fazbun. Are his hands ladyfingers? I think they are. And I always found that so weird. My mom would tell me that you need ladyfingers to make tiramisu. It's like, damn, that's pretty cursed, Mom. Check it out. He's John Cena. You can't see me. My time is now. He'll spread his fingers apart. God, just the fact that you can control his eyelids, too. Can you control his eyes? Oh, you can. You can control his eyes. Individually, too. Damn, this is kind of fucked. Oh, suddenly he feels so threatening, dude. Alright, well, it's been about an hour, chat. I should probably wrap up here. Just say thank you for coming out to the stream. I just wanted to see what it was like to stream with no game, no friends for like an hour. Just see what it's like. I mean, I'll put him in the background. God, fucking bready Phasma. Here, if you want to see something really cursed, chat, basically you can take the entirety. See if I move him around in general, like this, in the motion editor, it's fine. But then let's say that I throw his ass in the graph editor. He's really gonna fuck himself up. See that? It's my favorite. Just stick somebody in the graph editor. Keep talking shit, chat. I'm gonna throw your ass in the graph editor. You look like this. And everybody separates in their own way, so it's so fascinating. When I tell you the bread's list with Fent, pretty funny. Let's see how do you think I go? Let's see how I go. I mean, I always start as a T-pose for calibration, but let's see how I go. Let's see. Okay.
I see you looking.
Let's see how I go. Yeah, I'm a real forward folder. Damn, my fingers get real fucked. Let's see if I go up. What happens if I go up? No, I'm always going forward. Damn! Alright, I'm gonna position the camera right here. It'd be great. You ready?
I see you looking at.
Pretty cool. This is the joy of animation. It's just so much fun. Just do this stupid shit all day. If you want one final look at the masterpiece that was made here.
Hey, it's been awesome. Would love to eat this happen more in the future.
I see you looking at my. I see you look.
Okay, I can do that. Might be kind of fun. Just for like an hour every day, just so I keep a time limit around it. So what I'm going to do right now is, well, I'm going to say thank you for all your bits and all your subs and donations and resubs and everything else. Like Doc Gannon, that's been here for 8 months, and Neil Stone, that's been here for 12 months, and Dark N, that's been here for 6 months. Lucky Luck or Lucy Luck for 8 months. Thank you. Just thank you. I kind of feel bad sometimes that I will like have so many bits or so many subs come my way and I just can't address all of them. Because think about how hard it is, chat. I'm already trying to focus on the game and my homies in Discord and chat just in general. Not even counting all the donations and bits and subs and everything else. That's like a fourth thing. It's just too overwhelming for me to do, especially when my brain is much more focused on how the stream footage is eventually going to turn into a video where I write down on yellow pieces of paper. Check this out. Like, to give myself the very best footage possible for a video, I have to constantly, I literally wrote it down on a yellow notepad to think out loud. It's just too overwhelming, so I just decided to do the stream just to see what it would feel like if it was just chatting myself. And I guess I'm stimming on SFM, but that's just kind of like fun background stuff. And I think it's great. I can finally kind of like thank the people that are entirely responsible for my success, which is you guys. It's very fun to interact with you guys. And it's only an hour a day, so I can like draw a little boundary around it. Now we're at an hour and 3 minutes, but like in the future I could do that. And it's fun. It's fun. It's pretty fun. Thanks, SimRacer. And also, if you ever have like, I think it would be a good opportunity. I guess I can try it again tomorrow too. Of just, if you have questions about like videos or animations or like what I feel about anything, you can do that too. But for right now, just to tell you where I'm going, I am going to voice and start making a short for the server of weird superpowers. So you can see how that looks. Actually, this might be a little bit motivating too. So what I might do is, I might just...
I see you looking at...
Here, I'm going to take this explosion away. Can you loop playback? Yeah, there's a lot of goofy stuff going on. But what I think might be cool is like, I will just go and just do as much work as I can and see where I am tomorrow so you can see what I'm working on and how I do it. It's all going to be really cursed, but I think it's a lot of fun to hang out with you guys. Damn, Crusader always has that illuminated name that is just so fucking cool. Yeah. Here, just before we go, I guess I'll spend another 2 minutes. I love the sound effects you have access to in SFM, in Source in general. Oh, you guys can't see me clicking on this stuff because it's only window capture, but I guess I could do monitor capture tomorrow so you can see all this stuff. These are like hunter sounds. Okay. Sometimes in Source, I just find the most cursed shit. So, for example, there are voice lines from Half-Life 2 that say the bad guys from Left 4 Dead 2. That's years later. So look. Why is that in the Half-Life 2 voice files? Just like this is where I found this. And I was making the Left 4 Dead 2 video. I was like, why the fuck is that there? Half-Life 2 is such an old game. Oh, I added it. There you go.
Good idea.
Is there a
There's
charger,
a charger
too?
on the wall. I've modified.
I don't think there is. All right, I gotta hear it. This will be the last one, just the last one, chat. No. God, where's the hunter? That's it. Attack mix. That's the name of the voice line. Me when the judge sentences me to 3 days in jail. I feel so bad for that lady that got tackled, but dog, the foot dive memes are just too funny. That's too fucking funny. Also, it's so much fun, chat, to go through, and when you're doing Source stuff, you just get to pick. Like, it's almost like I'm sipping like a fine wine. Like, I'll try the first sound effect, like the first version of the hunter attack, and it's like, okay, let's see how we feel about that one, and then that one starts out stronger, if you ask me, definitely. Ooh, I really feel the passion on that last one, too. So, like, you can be like a connoisseur for exactly how you do it. That's the hunter death sound. Pounce miss. Oh. All right, I think I should totally wrap up here, chat, so I can actually start doing some other work. I'm going to start on that short. You can see where I am tomorrow. I think it'll be fun. I don't know exactly when I'll do these, but... yeah, pounce miss. These are Hunter Pain short. Should I do this next time? Like, the entire stream is me just pulling up? Okay, I have to admit, Hunter Warren is a great set of sound effects. That one is my favorite. I was looking for that one. I fucking love that one. Me being in the basement for 2 days and my parents have friends over. Me when I step to the top of the stairs. Me telling my parents' friends that I was masturbating because that's less embarrassing than what I was actually doing down there, working on Source filmmaker videos. All right, Chad, I'll be back tomorrow. I'm starting on this damn short here. I know I said that like 4 times. Thanks for all the subs, all of the bits, all the everything else. This is a whole lot of fun. I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow if I decide to do this again. All right. I can send you somewhere too. That would be a good idea. I can send you over to somebody who would do well with this right now. Fillian's live. She's doing some backflips, I bet. Let's send you over to Gary. You got to go over to Gary. All right, Gary. The man that I totally wish I was as funny as, or as enthusiastic as, or had the voice of. So I'm going to do /raid if you want to keep watching somebody on Twitch. Otherwise, thanks so much for coming out to the stream, and I'm sure I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Okay, Raid and Gary. Raid and Gary, join the raid at the top of the chat box, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Thanks for coming to the stream. Thank you. Let's go. Let's go, dude. Let's go. All right, and we are out.